So just get recording and still excited about tomorrow. Um, Last night I actually had a dream that it was Wednesday today. So that was kind of weird because I woke up thinking that it was Wednesday. It's very, very strange. So that just kind of tells you like how excited I am about Wednesday. Um, with all this red folder news, like the next 3 days, guys, after today should be really good trading, a ton of volume in the market. Meaning today could be another slow day because they all know it's coming in tomorrow. So we're all set up here. I've been like presetting things up now, so uh, it kind of forces people to go to the classroom and go through here and study these two lessons there. And it's like, it's kind of a waste of time for you guys to watch me set this stuff up every single day. So yeah, I just kind of preset it up now. Get it all ready to go, except for the lines, of course. So I'll put this one way down here. And here is something pretty interesting is if we look at the hourly chart, it looks like the market's going to tank across the board here. Like look at the US30 as well. I'm not saying it's going to tank. It's just that's what it looks like. But we could have a manipulation here. Price could go up and take all this stuff out and then come back down. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there with that. But yeah, I was looking at the charts this morning, and this is the hourly chart. That looks pretty crazy. So huge move up, and then we could get a move down today. But our session could be sideways today. We'll see what happens with that. So I'm keeping that like in the back of my mind. Is there's on the higher time frames, it's like it looks like it wants to come down today. And oh, that's a big, big move for the open for US30. Man, US30 really moves, on the open. So we got to wait a couple minutes here. Looks like it's coming down to the VWAP. So wait and see. A big short. Yeah, like the movie. Yeah, see the only thing here that makes me think that our session's going to go sideways is that normally like London you could see was an uptrend, Tokyo was an uptrend, and then normally that would mean that we're going to go sideways and then come down. So maybe we go sideways this session and then later in the day it comes down. But we'll have to wait and see there what happens with that. Yeah, so you can see it went down. These are 1 minute candles, and then it shot right back up and took the liquidity from here. This guy's moving though. This guy's doing what I thought it would do. And there's probably some sort of trend line across here. Have to wait and see. We still have a couple more minutes though for this thing to stop. But what it means is this range is going to be massive, right? Like that's probably the bottom right there, possibly. Yeah. You guys watching the member base? It's so weird. It's like 90 to 100 people. That's where it's sticking, like 90 to 100 people. I saw 89 last week, and then, or was that the weekend or start of the week or something? And then went back to 92 people. And yeah, it's so strange. And then people leave and then they'll come back like 2 months later. It's so strange. It's weird. This is the first membership site I've ever done, like where it's a monthly membership. So yeah, it's just interesting to see like how things work out. Like it went from 0 to 25 pretty much, within the first couple weeks there. And then from 50 to like 100, it was really difficult. It took a long time. And then now for the last month or whatever, it's kind of been like 90 to 100 people. It's weird how all that stuff works out. Okay, so here's our 33 candle. So 933. So we can put our line there. It's so our model would be if we get a body open below here, we would take a short. This is just such a big move. Um, our target would be the top of Tokyo, so this is definitely not a good trade. Like there's no room there. So I hope it goes sideways and then goes back up. Uh, but yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm logged into my account. Anyways, 50,615 is my balance right now. I did do one trade last night. I don't know how much it made, 40, $50 or whatever. But yeah, I couldn't really do any trade calls last night because the market was just, you know, it wasn't ranging, right? It ranged at like 730 or something, but then when Tokyo opened, it didn't range, it just went. So I couldn't really do a trade call in group, but I did take one trade in my account. Okay, so I'm gonna drop my lot size for this trade, guys. I don't if we get it, I don't really trust that. That's really, really small. So I'll just do like I was doing yesterday, like hardly any lot size, and then I'll wait for a better setup um, to do a bigger lot size. Because really, like the odds of it coming down and stopping here is really, really high. And if it gives us an entry, the candle might be there, and then maybe I don't take the trade, kind of thing, right? But there is a possibility that we get a body open below here, and it wicks all the way down to here, right? Which would be a good trade. So it's obviously doing it right now. But yeah, if we get that body open, I'm gonna get in a sell in there, dropping my lot size. Uh, yeah, well, the range is really, really small. So that's what I'm looking at because this is our model and it is coming down. We just have to wait another 13 seconds. But here's the thing is it could come to here, the top of Tokyo range, because this is really, really strong support and it could go sideways, right? But I'm thinking maybe it might break in. There's our entry there. So I'm going to get in this trade, guys. My lot size is basically nothing. Um, I'm just taking it because this is the model. And from my experience, if I trade the model, my win rate's higher. Okay. So that's my first take profit, 22 bucks, 24 bucks. Okay. So I took profit on that. That's the model for today. I know it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. This is a very, very strong point of support. So it could go like this. I'd rather not just stay in the trade. So I took profits on that. It gave me what was my balance at the start? 50,615. Now I'm at 50,636. So yeah, same mine was 34 bucks when I hit the button, but that's what it gave me there, guys. So, you know, from the experience of trading over a decade, and with this model, like I've been trading this model forever almost. I just noticed that if the setup presents itself and you take it, but then you use your risk management. You're like, okay, this is my target is this green box, the 7 p.m. to 1 a.m., right? The Tokyo range. There's not that much room there. So that's the reason why I dropped my lot size, right? Because maybe it wicks down. I don't have enough time to get out of the trade. Like I click the button, it's already all the way back up here, right? Because it's such a small distance. So that's really the reason why I dropped my lot size. The odds of it coming down here is super, super high. So that's why, you know, it's the setup. You got to take your trade, right? Okay, so we're back up here, and this might be a good position for a long, but I kind of want to enter along above the VWAP. As we know, the VWAP is really strong resistance if it's under it, or support if it's above it. So it could go sideways. We'll have to wait and see. That was crazy yesterday. Holy smokes. Down 300 bucks trading on a small lot size, which would, that's a pretty big loss for a small lot size. And then the end of our session, we get the trade that we are talking about the entire session. And I pulled like 580 bucks from that one trade. It was crazy. It's too bad it didn't happen during our session, but like in the Nasdaq, that's what we're waiting for the whole session was that long trade, the basically break above our green line. And some of you guys took it all the way. I was talking to like 3 or 4 people. They took it all the way to the VWAP because in the live I said, it's the odds are it's going to go to like around the VWAP. And from all these VIP lives, I think you guys know that how the VWAP is, right? Like it's institutions are definitely using it, right? They're definitely using it. So yeah, you took that. Carl took that trade. Yeah, yeah, it was a crazy one. So nice. Wish every trade was like that. But yeah, those trades, guys, you just have to wait for them and be patient. Like you see them and you got to wait for them, right? Okay, so this thing here is doing what we're waiting for. I want to wait for an entry above the VWAP. Sometimes, though, warning, it does wick above the VWAP and then go sideways and then come back down. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm keeping in mind the hourly chart is like this thing looks like look at it, right? It should come down. Um, so longing on a based on a higher time frame is really stupid. But for a scalp trade, if we get above that VWAP, it'd work out. We can get in and out within a minute, and it might come up here and fill this fair value gap, right? Which would be a good trade. But we're not getting it unless we go above the VWAP, right? So guys, sadly, I think today's going to be like yesterday, just go sideways, and then after our session, it actually gives us trades. Um, But yeah, on these kind of days, I kind of just have a goal of like if I make a bit of profit, 100 bucks, 150, even 80 bucks or something like that, I'm fine with it. If there's basically no news, we got news at 10 a.m. here, which I don't think is going to do anything. I know that everyone is looking at these 3 days, right? So a lot of people are saying, okay, I'm not going to trade Monday and Tuesday. There's no point. There's no liquidity. Um, so, based upon that, if I can pull a little bit of money from the market, that's good. I don't have to go out there and be like, oh, I need to make $500 today or whatever, or 200 or whatever type thing. My, trading goal. Not every day is about hitting your trading goal, guys. You got to look at the market, look at the news, and, understand that like when the price goes like this, it's hard to even pull 100 bucks from the market if it just goes sideways on you. So, sideways. Okay. Nasdaq is really slow as well. Gold, I think gold was going sideways when I looked at it last. Gold, if we look at the 15-minute, so yeah, it was going sideways and now it's broken. And it's the same thing, like could get a huge short out of it. We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's at a level right now where we need to watch. There's a lot of support through here where it came down to. And it's kind of in the same spot as yesterday, right? Like our Tokyo range yesterday would have been around the same area. Yeah, so we're trading within around the same area as yesterday, almost a little bit above. Okay, pretty boring. Oh, my wife is leaving. Where the heck's she going? She's never up this early. I heard the garage door open. Yeah, if you guys see a trade in gold, let me know, okay? Because I shouldn't be looking at 3 charts at the same time. But yeah, you can see the support there. Um, so I'd look like something like this. It's definitely a little wee range. We know that if it comes down, it could be a liquidity sweep, right? If it breaks upwards, it could go all the way to the VWAP. So that's probably the trade I'd want because overall, higher time frames, it looks kind of neutral. Okay, this guy's being ridiculous, just going sideways. Like same as gold, right? Everything's just going sideways. Ba-ba-da-ba-doo. Okay, so this would be another day today, guys. It's the same thing as yesterday. If you don't want kind of any real risk in your trading, then probably just trade it, do paper trading today. So same as yesterday. It's just not really moving, right? And when it doesn't really move, that's actually for me personally, that's when I have bigger losses, is because there's no trend really. It's just going sideways, right? So my stop loss tends to be a little bit further away. Like say for instance, I get in a long here or say a short, right? So say for instance like this, and we get a body open here and I'm thinking like, oh, I'll just take a short down to here or whatever. My stop loss might be around here because I'm thinking like, okay, this is a great level of support. We got the VWAP there, that's support. And that's pretty far away when normally my stop loss is a break of a trend line, right? Like this is my normal trade setup for my stop losses. We get a body open on the other side of the trend line and I'd get out of the trade, which means I'm getting out at like almost break even, right? So when these days are slow and it goes sideways, it's actually that's why I say paper trades, because personally, what I've noticed is like that's when you have your bigger losses, is when the market's just so slow because it takes a long time for it to get back up here. And by the time it's back up there, you're whatever, 200 bucks a loss or whatever, right? Instead of like 30 or $40 of loss with the break of the trend line model. So this thing here looks like it wants to come down and take this out. So maybe I do take that setup. I just want to wait um, for it to get into our green box. The NASDAQ still, this is our time to set it up, but uh, it hardly moved at all as well. What time's that? 9:30. Okay, and that's the high. So this is the range for the NASDAQ. So it's really, really small. Okay. So what does this mean? This means there's hardly any volume in the market. Like this is our 15-minute range, right? It's 9:46 right now. And that's not that big for most days, right? Most days it's much bigger than that. 0.32%. That's something like what the US30 normally does in 2 minutes. Okay, so this is looking here like we're going to go short. Oh shit, I deleted my line. Wait a minute. There. Okay. So this is giving us a long position in the NASDAQ. So once again, I'm going to drop my lot size. I'm just dropping it to one, guys. Like I know today's not the day. Right. And then this guy here, this is also a trade here as well, right? When we get a body open within this green area, we can take a short. We need a body open above this green line. We can take a long. Here's the trend line. Okay, you guys do what you want with your lot size. I'm just telling you how I feel about the trading today. I think it's not that great. So I'm dropping my lot size. And US30. Which trade do I want to take? That's the thing. US30 is ahead of this one. So maybe I'll get in the US30 one when it gives me the entry. I kind of don't want it to give a long. I kind of want it to go sideways and then we actually get a short within this range. This one, I don't know if I trust that. That doesn't look that great. It didn't really open within the like the body of that candle still kind of outside of the range. So maybe I'll wait for this one. If it comes down past this wick here, then I'll think about getting in. This guy's like really struggling to get up. Eh, it's getting up there. Okay, there it goes. Okay, that's good. Okay, this trade here, guys, go into it understanding if you're going to take it that it might not be that great. Okay, so now it's kind of the winner of what trade to get into, and there we go. So I'm going to buy into here, see how it goes. I'm in my lot size is basically nothing. This guy here did come lower, so kind of just pick one, I guess. Okay, this guy is 14 bucks a profit. This guy over here. Okay. Uh, I'll put a trend line on my other chart. Oh, there it goes. Now it's coming back down a bit. And come on. You push up for us. You come down. Okay, I don't like that candle, but let's see if it pushes up. Man, you got to take profits so fast with these things. Jeez, it's crazy, eh? Just complete garbage. Garbage market. Okay, push up there, buddy. Come on. This guy, like really slow. Extremely slow. You took profit on that 80 and 50 bucks, eh? Yeah, see, I didn't get out of this trade. Okay, I'm just gonna uh man, I should have just taken profit on it. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of it. So I took a $60 loss on it. It didn't give me the exit model, but I think it's gonna come down. So that sucks. Anyways, here I'll show you guys my balance right now. I got to get out of these trades quicker. 50,562 or whatever. So I lost my profits and more from that last trade. But yeah, these markets are just stupid. Okay, let's get rid of that trend line. This guy here, like it's just moving really slow, guys. Like, yeah, I gotta like beat into my brain. Just take quick freaking profits. Like if it gives you a little move, just get the heck out of it. Because this is what it's been doing lately. It's just liquidity sweep after liquidity sweep. I would get out of this trade too. Like it's they're not even moving, eh? Like look at these candles, right? Like it's this one here is a nice profit, but okay. This guy here, do I want to take another stab at it? It is holding support. Are you going to look at the 15? Okay, remember guys, paper trading would be your friend today. Like look at this. Okay, so this took out this high pass back here. But the narrative overall is we probably should come down. Okay, this guy's still trying to come down here to the bottom of Tokyo, just really slow. Oops. And let's zoom in here. Yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing at all. Let's look at gold. So gold, gold came down. One candle came down and then went sideways. There's a part of me that's like, I'm thinking, okay, if I look at the chart and I look at the news, and right from the start of the session, I'm like, we shouldn't be trading today, or this is not a good day to trade. Should we just automatically just go right into paper trading? Right. But then I'm thinking, okay, for the people that are VIP, that just joined, they don't want to see me paper trade. Right. They want to know I'm trading on like an actual, like, firm account or like real money type thing. So that's kind of the dilemma I'm going through is, because guys, if I wasn't live, I wouldn't trade today. Like that's what I said at the start. Like most people are not going to trade today, right? Because the volume is just garbage. So that's kind of a dilemma that I'm having. And yeah, I don't know if that's the right attitude is like do what's best for me because we're supposed to be here 5 days a week um trading, right? Uh and I can't there's a lot of Tokyo sessions where I can't go live, right? Like now my son's 5 days a week doing soccer and it that's lands on my Tokyo session. So yeah, really New York is the only time I have to go live. Here. Okay, so this guy, like if I was to take a wild guess just because of low liquidity and stuff, I think we're just gonna come back down here and it's gonna range. This is already taken out that previous high back there. So let's look at this and maybe we can take a short. There's no targets, there's no fair value gaps. This has been taken out here. Um, this is a level of support where it is right now. So maybe it goes back up. Oh no, it's coming down. Just broke it. Yeah, it could just come down here and then go back up, right? This guy looks like he's trying to do some kind of reversal, but it never took out the low of Tokyo and it's really close to it. So why didn't it take out the low? That's kind of the question in my mind. Yeah, when you're teaching discipline, I should be doing what my how I'd be doing it if I was trading on my own, but yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I went through my journal last night and I'm looking at the results of trading in this low liquidity. Like basically the last 5 weeks, guys, has been really low liquidity. We haven't been getting that good moves during our session. After our session, the liquidity picks up for some strange reason, and then it trends. But yeah, see, I journal everything on these pieces of paper, the trades, and then I put it into my actual journal, and I'm making hardly any profits. It's crazy, not that much. Like my last withdrawal was like $1,500, and then my I had the problem with Tradeify. And yeah, so really not that great. This thing here just going sideways. Okay, it did do what we said. I said it was going to come back down, but we have to wait really and see. And now I'm wishing I had have taken a short here when it got, that didn't work out for us. But if it's like the last 5 weeks of trading, it's going to find support here and then go back up again. So maybe that's our next trade. This guy here, there's a fair value gap all the way up here, but it's in the Tokyo range, which it could just stay in the Tokyo range and go sideways. Oops, let's make this black. So I think we're going to get a long in the Nasdaq is probably what's going to happen. And if we get a long, let's see what the 15-minute looks like. Eh, yeah, it's just neutral. These candles. Yeah, because this is a lot of there'll be some fair value gaps in there. Yeah, right up here, right there is one. And that's a good spot because look at back here, right? All that. So the odds are if we start to go sideways here, it's going to come all the way back up to there. So that would be my next trade is a long right there. Yeah, I don't look at S&P 500 cuz it's the same thing as the Nasdaq. Like it should look the same. Um like you're looking at this, probably it looks the same as the Nasdaq here. This is probably the start of an it's going to go up actually, right? Like it's a level of support. If there was high liquidity, I'd be looking for a short today, definitely during our session. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just going to go sideways the session. This guy here, oh man, he tried to go up and then now he's back down here. So yeah, it probably will take out the bottom of this Tokyo range. Okay, so this is our trade that we want. It's probably way too early to get into it. The MNQ chart, it's really close to the VWAP. The VWAP is like right around where that red line is on the MNQ chart. Yeah, there's just no volume in the market. Look at this. It makes a move and then it just wants to go sideways with little itty bitty candles. I think it will come up here and touch this. It's just it might do this for 10 minutes, right? Like this. Look at this thing. Right? It keeps on trying to go up, but it can't. I'm going to glance at gold really quick. Oh, gold's moving. Yeah, see how we had this set up? Was this is our entry, so it's just doing liquid. Everything is doing liquidity sweeps, guys. Look at this. Just craziness. This is the trade I want for gold: is a break above this green line, and then we get a long position. There's a bunch of liquidity it'd go for up there, likely. Okay, this is good. What's our MNQ chart? Is almost at the VWAP. Okay, this is the chart we trade on, so it's almost at the VWAP. That's good. Okay. So if we get a, a short, guys, if it opens below this line here, it's another like bad trade, right? Because the VWAP's right there on this chart. And on the other chart, it's almost at that VWAP, right? So yeah, I hope that we get a long position out of this up to this line here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I think I'm going to take some risk in this, guys. It has come down. It's taken this out. I think I am going to get into a long position here, which this is high risk. I don't know if you'd want to do it or not, but I think I'm going to take that risk. Once it shows signs that it wants to go up, of course, if we break below here, then I'm not going to take it. But if it just goes sideways here and we don't actually get a body open below here, then I'm going to take a long position. Also, another thing you can do is you can actually put a trend line on this, and then that can be your confirmation is when this trend line breaks, then you could possibly get in your trade. Okay, look at this. Like, how do you trade in that? Like, if we only traded US30, that'd be crazy. You get one trade. Okay, this guy probably has touched the VWAP over here. Pretty much, almost. Okay, so this one here looks like, oh yeah, we're going to get a long really soon, right? Let's take out this liquidity. Okay. See what happens. And I just really, if this gives us a short, guys, I really don't trust it. Really don't trust it. So this might give the entry model for a short. I don't know. See the higher time frame here, yeah, it's just disgusting. The price action is like gross. Um, that 1 hour chart, like I pointed this out at the start of the live, like this just looks like it's gonna come down, right? But lately, we've been going sideways our entire session, and then the move happens. So if I go short here, which in 8 seconds, it might give me that entry candle for a short, the odds are it's probably going to give me a loss and go right back up to here. So there's our entry candle. I'm not going to take the trade, but we'll see what happens. Okay. If it comes back up here, breaks our trend line, I'd rather take that long position because lately in these low liquidity markets, it's just been giving us liquidity sweep after liquidity sweep. If we follow the model that I teach in the course here, right? Because this model is designed for higher liquidity in the market, which is the New York session, the open, right? And it just hasn't been, it's been giving us liquidity sweep after liquidity sweep. It's right on the VWAP. You'd have to be crazy to short right now. But who knows? That's what I'm thinking is like, oh, don't short. And maybe I could be thinking like everyone else and it actually gives a short, right? Like the majority. But I'd rather take a long here. This thing is slowly trying to go up, the US30. Holy smokes. Yeah, guys, it's one of the things you have to master is understanding this means everything in your trading. How liquidity is going to be. If there's no news and you have huge news the end of the week or middle of the week or whatever, you just know going into your session that it's going to just be really, really slow markets. You do get good moves like this, and I wish I had have taken a short here. Um, but yeah, it just goes sideways. When you actually get your trade set up, it goes sideways on you. The low liquidity. Like this is it's telling us not to trade if we're reading price action, right? This says don't trade today. That's what it says. Or during the session, sorry. After the session is when you want to trade because for some strange reason, that's when the liquidity comes in. Okay, and this guy here, maybe he's going to range on the VWAP. Gold. Let's look at gold. Yes, it's near our where we would want to get in. So we have to wait for an entry model. That's good. So I'm going to set an alert right here, and we'll see if that thing goes off and we get our body open. We could take a gold trade, make back the little we lost that I had. I won on orb opening. What? If you did an orb trade at 9:45, um, we were trying to do that as well. Oh, wait, here it's giving us this here. Okay. Also, guys, if like I kind of don't really want people talking about other strategies and other trading models during these VIP lives because then some people might be like, well, what the heck's an ORB? Right? Kind of thing. So really, if you're not, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna say this. If you're not gonna trade my model, and something else is working for you, then stick with that. Okay. You don't need to be here if something else is working for you, right? Because it doesn't make sense to come in here and be like, oh, ITC, blah, 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 or oh, smart money concepts, blah, 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 things like that, when that's definitely what I don't teach because I've tried it. It just doesn't work for me. Um, so if something works for you, like someone else has taught you something, and it works for you, then stick with that person. Okay. Trade with that person. That's the best thing you can do if something is working for you. Okay. You don't want to go out there. Like, why I'm saying this is because you don't want to go out there and mix strategies together. Like, you don't want to have my trading strategy mixed with someone else's trading strategy because that doesn't work. You'll get confused, you'll get information overload and that type of thing. Right. Okay, I know it sounds mean for me to say things like that, like you shouldn't be here if that's the way you're going to trade, but it's the honest truth. Like if something's working for you that someone taught you, that's your mentor. You should be with that person, right? Okay. And yes, this is coming from me from experience of bouncing around from mentor to mentor when I first started trading. It's like never a good thing to do to just mix a whole bunch of models together and, you know, because then you're not trading anything, right? Kind of thing. So, okay, this guy here is really trying to give us some sort of trade. I don't like how all these candles are going to the same level, um, right? Like you can see. So if we get a wick that comes up here, takes out all this, and then we got a body open, maybe it might be a good trade, but I kind of have the feeling this might be a liquidity sweep. Like it's coming up here, suckering everyone in. They're thinking it's going to go long, and then it actually pulls back. Let's look at, so this guy here is crawling. I don't even want to look at the US30. This guy here, so it did just do a range at the VWAP. If we get a body open above this red here, there you go. That's good. Okay, so both of these are starting to look good for a long position. I think I'm going to take this gold trade here, guys, because I think it's starting to show signs that it wants to go up. So I'm going to up my lot size for it. I'm in there. I'm going to take quick profits on it if it gives me profits. And we'll see how that one works out. This guy here could be ranging. We need to wait for a body open above the red line. Okay, so far so good with the gold trade. It's kind of, I don't know, it's what we've been waiting for, right? Where can we put our trend line? I guess right here. So I have my take profit like right here on this trade, like hardly any, little bit of take profit there, but it should do pretty good if it gives me a profit. But today, guys, honestly, it might be another loss because there's no volume in the market. Like it's just doing this. Like remember how we had our line set up back here? It gave the open and then it went sideways and then went back up, right? So it's just doing liquidity sweep after liquidity sweep. So this might be a liquidity sweep. This here, it might actually come back down. Okay, the Nasdaq's doing what US30 has been doing. It's just going sideways. So look at US30, right? Just going sideways. This guy's going sideways. This guy here, I kind of have a feeling it's going to be a liquidity sweep. So if it is, I'll take the loss. I would rather get out of the trade instead of stay in it and just watch it go sideways forever. Okay, here we go. Now we're coming back up. Come on, just give us a little bit of profit here. We're just asking for a bit. $4 a profit. Do I take it? No, I'll stay in for a little bit more. 20 bucks. Come on, just give us a nice little move up to around this area. You know, around here would be about $200 a profit on my account. That'd be good. Man, it's really playing with us, eh? Jeez. Okay, so my charts are separating now because there's such low liquidity. The XAU chart is separated from the MGC chart. You can see MGC, this candle's higher than this one. See that, guys? So that's how low liquidity is. It's like the liquidity of Tokyo session. Okay, so now this trade here is starting to go against me. Man, okay. I'm getting out of it. I'm taking the hit. Boom. $100 loss on that guy. So this is, I guess this is a good lesson today. The market, right from the start of the live, guy, if you listen to it, I'm like, you should be paper trading today. The markets are really, really bad. They're not going to give us a nice trade setup. And it's just every single trade we get into is a liquidity sweep, pretty much. Just crazy. And then, you know, it gives a good trade and then it goes sideways. So yeah, you got to really listen to, this news. You got to come in, look at, you'll know really, really quick how the liquidity is after that opening range. If it just moves super, super slow, there's low liquidity, right? Okay. So, what do we want to do here? NASDAQ, like we could jump in a short position here if it gives an entry model, but it could do this, come down here and then just go sideways here, right? And then we're stuck in another trade like this here. If I had stayed in this trade, like sure, I lost $100, but if I had stayed in this, it might go sideways for the next 15, 20 minutes, right? So, or it could come down and then give me if I had to stay in that, then I would have had $200 loss or $300 probably by now, right? So it's best just to get out and don't stay in the garbage markets. Okay, I'm going to give this one more shot. I'm going to go here. Let's look at the higher time frame. Okay, this is a really strong level of resistance if it's under this thing. Look at US 30. I don't know. US 30 has been doing us wrong lately. Oh, there you go. Now it's actually moving. Okay, we have to wait. This was our trade though, was to this black line here, but we'd have to wait till it's the price is above this red line. But here's the thing though, is just that we wait till it's above that line and it could just be a liquidity sweep because that's what it's been giving us lately, right? So, but yeah, I'd probably touch that black line. Okay, so now let's look at this guy, see what he's doing. Okay, I'm going to give this another shot. Guys, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm going to buy in gold. Okay. No, that was the bad idea. Instantly went against me as soon as I got in. I think this is some sort of level of really strong support. Unless we get a body open below this green line, then it's not good. But we could go sideways here and then come back up and actually take this out, right? The 15-minute chart is showing signs of like a reversal. Okay, so that's why I'm taking this trade. It could go all the way up to here. Okay, so now it's basically at where I got in pretty much. And yeah, guys, you don't have to take these trades just because like this last one that I got into. Um, as I keep on saying, like the market's not good. US 30, I don't know if I would look at it. Liquidity's so low as well. I think that if we were to click buy in US 30, it might buy like up here, right? Okay, so this trade is now in $20 a profit, which is, so it's the top of the range there is $20 a profit. Let's hope that it doesn't just go sideways and actually gives us a trade here. Still got like another 10 or 12 minutes. Sorry the session's so bad today, guys. It's just like these days have to happen, especially when you've got days like this coming up. Okay. So write down all this stuff in your journal. This is how you're going to learn things. Write it down in your journal. Oh, when there's red folder news later in the week, like big, huge news, like Nvidia earnings or something like that, then the trading before that, if there's no red folder news, it's going to be low liquidity, bad trading. Okay. So here now it's going against me. So it's basically just ranging, right? Okay. If I get a body open below here, I know I'm just going to get out of the trade. Okay. Because it could come down and try and take out this liquidity down here. But I'm willing to take that risk just going sideways. We'll see what happens. It's probably going to give me another loss. Let's see. And yep, I'm out of that trade. Okay, so another loss there. So now I've lost yesterday, I lost 300. Today I've lost 300. And why is that? It's because I shouldn't be trading. Like the market's so bad. Okay? So write all this stuff down in your journal, guys. You know how the trading is going to be before you even start your session. Right? Yeah, consistent losses. Okay? But I went into the trading today knowing that the markets are not good, trading's bad, and I could, have a loss, right? In 300 bucks of loss, I just have one good trade and I make it back, right? I wait for a proper setup and then I jump in that trade. Okay? We've been giving ourselves good time in between trades. It's just we haven't had a really good setup yet. Everything's been oh, this could be a liquidity sweep. And then we end up having, not having to, but we end up taking the trade, right? Because it is a setup that we've been waiting for. So everything has pretty much been a liquidity sweep for us. Um, trying to trade our normal models that we trade, which has like an 80% win rate. Okay, so this one right here, now I'm thinking US30 is looking like it would want to short the market. Okay. So maybe I take that. Okay. So don't take these trades, guys. I'm just trading like based upon the normal trade setups that I would take. And there's a part of me that's doing this just to show people like this is what happens when you trade in a horrible market, right? Is even though your win rate is like 80% or whatever, you can lose most of your trades if there's not enough liquidity to trade in. Okay. So this trade's actually winning for me. And I up my lot size in this thing because it actually does look really, really good. Yeah, it makes you second guess everything. Every little thing you're doing, it makes you second guess it. Okay. So for instance, this should, which it probably will, it should come down to around here. Right. But we'll see. Maybe it stops here, goes sideways, ranges, and then makes another move up because that's what it's been doing lately. Right. Now look at this guy. This guy's back up here. Right. It's just craziness. Just ranging, ranging, ranging. The little profits that we get are 20, 30 bucks. It's crazy. Like right now, this trade here, I'm in 11 lots on US30 and it's at $5 a profit. How's that? $22 a profit, right? If it comes down here, that's good. It works out for me. Maybe 100, $150 a profit or something. Yeah, it kind of sucks. All this happened to me with the Tradeify stuff, and the market's such low liquidity because it makes it really, really hard to um, uh, pass test phases and stuff like that when it's low liquidity because you got to really wait on trades. So luckily, I got out of that uh, long position because it keeps on taking out these wicks here. On that, uh, adjust your loss size is better. Then you aren't missing some wins. Yeah, you can drop your lot size in like, either don't trade, paper trade, or drop your lot size in these kind of conditions. Okay, so now this guy here, my idea was it was going to come down here because this is where all the volume is. This is where institutions would be interested in taking the price and then taking it back up. That would also create a trend line across here. But you can see it's struggling just to come down, right? When you have a move like this, it should come down quicker than it goes up, but it doesn't. It gives little itty bitty moves, goes sideways, and you're in and out of profit, hardly anything. And then you have to take your itty bitty bit of profit. There, now mine's at $22 of profit, right? It's just nuts. It's crazy. There, $38 of profit. Nope, now it's back to $20 of profit. There's 38 again. It's coming down. It wants to come down, but it just takes forever. 44. But then on my losses, I'm losing like twice this. $90, right? On a loss. Because super low liquidity as well. When you go and you click the button to get out of your trade, it's going to give you more loss. It'll give you less profit when you click the button, right? So even though there, boom, now it's going totally against me. Okay. So if a body opens here, I take a mega loss on this. Okay. But this is probably a range here. Okay. So yeah, just craziness. Absolute craziness trading. Okay. $120 a loss. I'm getting out of that trade. Okay. So there you go. So 400 bucks, 450 of loss today. This was all like demonstration, guys. Like I knew this was not going to work out for me and it's going to give me like itty bitty bit of profit. But you can just see there like how things are. All the liquidity is sitting here. Why wouldn't they bring price down there? Okay. And then they throw price rate up here. This here, the most ever was $40 of profit. This ended up being 140 or $130 of loss, right? So you can see when you take a loss, you're getting a lot more loss than you should get because there's no volume, right? You take a profit, you get way less profit than you should get because there's no volume. It takes like the nearest order, right? So that's another sign there. If you go and you get into a trade, or sorry, you get out of a trade and you're like, wait a minute, but it said it was $50 of profit, but it only gave me 20 or 15, you know there's no liquidity in the market. Okay. So this was a liquidity sweep of this, and now it's back down to here. So sideways action, just complete. I know it sounds like I'm complaining, guys, but the market is just completely garbage in this low liquidity. And I've been saying that for a while now. And it's just really, really hard to make nice profits in these markets. So, anyways, that's it for my rant. But yeah, there's some live demonstration on, even though we have a good model, we have a good setup. And look at now it's almost at our where we'd want to take profit, right? It's just there's no volume. So it's just boom, boom, boom all over the place. Okay. Look at this guy now. Now he's up here at our like where we actually want to take our profit in this gold trade. Just craziness. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Okay. The NASDAQ came into our green box. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. Like, there's nothing to trade. Yeah, it's weird. It's like if I trade during our session, I have my loss this week. I have my loss. I trade after our session, I make the profit. I trade Tokyo, I make the profit. It's just so crazy. It just it gives you the model and then it gives you a little itty bitty profit. And then it goes sideways and then it goes against you. It's very strange. Really, really strange. Okay, just sideways. Gold's over here. Okay, we're probably in gold, maybe going up to the VWAP. So I might actually just drop my lot size. Don't do this if you don't want to, but I actually might just drop my lot size, look at the higher time frames, and then take a intraday trade on gold just to make back this loss that I had, guys. Um, I don't really like the idea of that, but here's the thing: is the account that I'm on right now is a test phase. It's $100. If I lose $100, I don't really care. Like I can just go get another test phase, and it's not like there's a lot of profit in this account. So I don't recommend you guys do things like that. But I have to pass a test phase to pay my bills, and I'm not really patient enough to sit here and understanding like this is really the only market that I have time to trade in. Um, to do that, right? Like you see on the 15-minute chart, there's a fair value gap up here. The odds of it going to the VWAP and up to here is really, really high. So if I was to go and just do a buy, it probably the odds are it would go up to there, but it might do this in between that, right? So if I go in with a small lot size, I have a plan, I do an intraday trade, I set a stop loss in there, and then might take profits around here. So I might do that. I'm just telling you guys what I'm thinking is because what always happens after our session on these days where there's no freaking liquidity, it moves after our session, right? This entire session here, it has moved, but it's just a range what it's in. And it gives you little itty bitty moves like this, comes back down, goes sideways, maybe makes another move, and then it'll do that all the way up to this black line, right? And if we were to take our scalp trading trades, it's giving us like $20 a profit. But then if the trade goes against us, it's giving us way more of a loss, right? Because there's no, as I was talking about before, you click the button and it's giving you more of a loss than it actually says on your chart because there's no liquidity. So yeah, it's really difficult, guys. So today's probably a day for swing trading. So this level here, we know it's really, really strong. So I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to for myself, and I'm going to actually go in here so you guys know tomorrow if it's a big loss or a big profit. That's the reason why. So I'm going to go in a buy in not the Nasdaq in gold, um, this area here. Okay, because to me this looks like if I was to back things out and look at things, it's an area of support. If price stays above here, it's going to go to here, right? Like, look at all this. Oh, and there it goes. Boom, just went against me $330. Okay. I'm going to get out of that trade. Okay. So now my account is under, it's not getting me out of the trade. Come on, just get me out. There it goes. So now it's under 50K. So, guys, it's just craziness, this market. Here, I'll show you my balance now. And today's worse than yesterday. 49,930. Okay. I'll wait for it, see if it finds support above here, and then I'll take another stab at it. Don't trade like this, guys. I'm just telling you right now, I'm doing this because it's a test phase. I don't really care. $100 is not that much to me, right? You guys know I have a lot of crypto, right? So, if $100 is a lot to you, you definitely don't want to be doing stuff like this. I would never do things like this, like try an intraday trade in a funded account. That's just craziness. But yeah, you can see there, just wicked that out. The odds are it's going to go back up there. Okay. So I'm going to get in another trade here, just so you guys know for tomorrow. If my balance is really bad or if it's really good, you know why. Okay. My take profit, I'm going to just set take profit up here. This is a liquidity sweep of all this. So the odds are it's going to go up there. Okay. But the liquidity sweep I took on the loss, that was like 300 something bucks, right? I should have just held it, but whatever. It's all good. So I'm going to take the profit on it. Probably here, I got to zoom out and look at this stuff. Oh, it's past our time up here. So it's already up 140 bucks. Where's my sell? There it is right there. Okay, 200 bucks. Anyways, you guys can see I've been talking about getting into here, right? So I'm taking my profit up here. And that should put me back to like 50,300 or something or 400, which is not that bad. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. And those bigs, yeah, this is institutions getting into the market, meaning that when you see something like that, the odds are price is going to go up here or it's actually going to go way the heck up here, right? And break all of these, so that could be another thing. If we come up here really quick, I take profit and then I can set up for another, I can set up for another trade because I know institutions are getting into the market here now. As I said, guys, like after our session is when the moves happen. It's freaking weird. It's 2026. That's been happening a lot, right? So above here, this is the trade I'd really, really want is price comes up here. we have all of this, right? It's going to want to take out all of that. There's a bunch of fair value gaps through here. There's a bunch of liquidity through here, right? We know institutions are getting into the market. Look at these wicks. Okay. So, and how quick it came down on the 1 minute chart. Like, boom, just dropped. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. I know today was like, oh my God, he's just like, it looks like he's losing money on purpose, telling us not to trade and then going in a trade and then showing us a loss and stuff. I'm not losing money on purpose, guys. I'm just trying to like prove to you guys that, looking at this stuff and understanding when not to trade is one of the most important things you can do is just understand straight up, oh, I shouldn't be trading. It's telling me not to trade, right? This news here tomorrow, that's when all the news comes in. We got Nvidia earnings, right? Low liquidity. You click the button and it gives you a bigger loss than it says on the chart on your price. It gives you less profit than it says on the chart, right? That means there's like hardly any liquidity in the market. So it has to take orders that are like way away from where price is, where you're clicking it, right? Okay. So, anyways, this trade here is working out for me now. It's at 50,200. Okay. So I'm going to leave that here. The VIP went much longer than normal. Sorry about that, guys. It's 10:34. I think this stuff is really, really important to understand because you can see the last 2 days I've been saying we shouldn't be trading these markets. They're bad markets. We should be paper trading, all that. And the last 2 days for me have been losses during these sessions, right? Okay. So that's it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow where everyone's invited. And I'm so looking forward to this. Like, I can't freaking wait because I don't want to say, oh, this is probably going to make me pass my test phase, but there's going to be some big, huge freaking moves, guys. And I can't wait for that. Hopefully, we're in the right direction, which we should be. Okay. So that's it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.